Hi everyone, welcome to Dahlia Designs Jewelry and More. Well, I recorded this video several days ago, and when I went to upload it, where I'll edit it, I realized there was no sound, and I'm not doing voiceovers and all that stuff. So anyway, I went ahead and laid everything back out, and this is the May bargain bead box called Cloudburst. I'm sure you've probably seen it on other channels already, but I'm going to show you anyway because I have an announcement at the end, so just stay tuned for that. Inspired by moody spring skies and the beauty of a rainy day, this collection stars natural quartz crystal and antique copper finished components. Agate, apatite, love apatite, crystal, and glass beads complete this palette, while a bold quartz focal, textured Rollo chain, and several sizes of round links create numerous design opportunities. They are correct about that. All right, there are 17 items in this month's kit, and the approximate total retail value is $77. And of course, the antique copper pieces, most of them say lead-free, nickel-free, and cadmium-free. A few just say lead-free, nickel-free, and one only says nickel-free. So anyway, let's get started. I've already counted things too, because I do that, just so I know how many I have for doing designs. So this number one here is a 7-inch strand of 10 millimeter matte gray crackle agate beads dyed heated, and my 7-inch strand has 18 on it. That one has a little bit of druzy to it. I don't know if you can see that. See how it has like a crack kind of thing? I mean, it all looks crackled, but that one has like a little indentation of, and that would be called druzy. Not much, just a little bit. Anyway, very pretty. Some have tan, most of them are mostly gray with white crackles. I love those actually. Okay, and number two is 30-piece 7 millimeter wavy rondelles. I also love these. These are spacer beads, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, and I love them because A, they're thin. And I love the 7 millimeter because you can use it with either 6 millimeter, 8 millimeter. It might get a little bit lost in between a 10 millimeter bead unless you use a couple of them, which is an option. And you get 30 of those, so they would be something I wouldn't mind reordering actually, but I'll wait until I play with them and see if they have them. I don't really need any beads. Stay tuned for the discussion at the end. Okay, number three, 10-inch strand, 7.5 by 4 millimeter matte glass cylinder beads in crystal AB. These are gorgeous, and they of course go well with the matte gray. And they do have a little bit of AB, which kind of turns them blue and purple and green. Can you see that at all? How it's changing color a little bit. And my 10-inch strand has 36 on it. The next up is the natural rough quartz crystal and copper pendant, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free. To me, this has a very masculine look to it. I think. It's not something I would wear. I don't think, unless it was with like beige or tan turtleneck in the wintertime, maybe. It's just not, yeah, and on a longer piece. But let me know what you think. Does it have a masculine look to you? Do you like it? Let me know your thoughts on that. I'd appreciate that. Sometimes the way I think is not anywhere near like what any of you are thinking. So, and that's what makes us unique, right? But I just like to hear other people's opinions on things too. Okay, natural rough quartz crystal and, oops, we just did that one, sorry. This is 7.5-inch strand natural quartz crystal rough nugget beads, and my 7.5-inch strand has 28 nuggets. Now, I don't usually count like chip beads and stuff, but these are big enough. How I do chips is if I'm pricing something, I price by how many inches of the chips I use because there's so many different sizes and everything, it's almost impossible to count them. It's a waste of time. But these are big, like, bead size, so I did count them. They're pretty, like ice crystals. They'd be pretty in a winter piece too, but yeah. Or maybe we need ice to cool us off in the summer, right? Anyway, now we got chain this month, but we got a little bit different. Instead of getting a meter, we got 24 inches. But this is a pretty substantial chain. It's a 7 millimeter textured steel Rollo chain and lead-free, nickel-free. The texture is very faint. Let's see if we can see it better. Like there is some texture. And are these soldered or are they open? I think they're open links, but I'm not positive about that. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not even sure I'm in frame or that this is going to let you see. Oh, there we go. Right in the middle where my hands meet, you can see some of the texture really good. They're not all textured, or if they are, they're only textured on like one side or one area. It's interesting. I like it. Okay. Next up is number 7. Approximately 48 piece 4 millimeter crystal faceted cubic cylinder beads in vitrail. And vitrail is like a smoky crystal, but it has color changing purples I see, and some pink and a little bit of green in there. So it's another one that changes. These are gorgeous. My strand, it said approximately 48. Mine has 50. Some may have 46, it just depends. Approximate is the key word there. They're gorgeous, and they'll go gorgeous with these crackle agate or this next item, which is also gorgeous. So number 8 is a 14-inch strand, 8 by 7 millimeter faceted crackle glass lantern beads. They look like faceted rondelles to me. I'm not sure what makes them a lantern bead, unless it's a different kind of facet maybe. But they're still gorgeous, and my strand had 60 beads on, so we can do a lot with those. Again, wouldn't they be pretty for winter time too, right? I hope not to hold on to them that long, but I might have to hold on to some of them. And then the key will be remembering that I have it, right? Yeah. Number 9 was not labeled, and I'm not going to take it out of the bag. 5 grams of mixed 4 by 10 millimeter brass jump rings, antique copper. I actually took them all out and laid them out. I have 2 10 millimeter, 3 8 millimeter, 6 7 millimeter, 10 6 millimeter, 19 5 millimeter, and 36 itty bitty little 4 millimeters. That's in my package. Yours is probably different since they just scoop them, I'm sure, and you get what you get. They're handy. They're jump rings, and does it say the gauge? No, it just says 4 to 10 millimeter. I want to say they're about a 20 gauge, roughly. I'm not sure about the little ones. It might be 21 gauge. 21 to 20 gauge, I think. That usually is important to me, not because I do chainmail so much. It's just the strength of the ring. All right, next is 26 piece 8 and 14 millimeter round donut link mix. I didn't really count these because it says 26 pieces, and in my case, 6 of them are the larger 14 millimeter round donut links. These are solid. They're pressed in a machine. You can see a little bit of seam here and on the inside. But they're nice. They're sturdy. And then I'm assuming 20 of the small ones. And these would be great even just for at the end of a necklace to hook your lobster clasp on, because they're closed. Yeah. And I actually was on a website today looking for closed jump rings in gold and in copper and or rose gold plated copper colors. If you have a reliable source to get soldered closed jump rings, could you please comment down below where you get yours? Because I know where I can get them, but I I don't want to buy as much as I need to get the discount, if that's any hint. And I'm having trouble finding them. I used to get them at Bead, but they only have silver, and I need other colors. Well, they had other colors, but they're out of stock. And I don't know if they'll get them back in. You know, they kind of changed things a bit since they originally were going to go out of business and then came back. But anyway, I really like these next ones. Number 11. These are 6-piece, 22 millimeter wavy donut links. So whereas these are plain, these are definitely wavy, and I think they're really cool. And I definitely will use them as connectors or links or for earrings. You can dangle stuff on them, you can wrap things around them, or you can just use them as they are and hook stuff to them. I think they're really cool. Yeah. Or you can make a ring if your finger's not as fat as mine. Right? Doesn't quite go with that. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh, would it be? No. Definitely not a thumb ring for me. I want to get a thumb ring. Maybe I'll have to make one because I got to measure my thumb. Fat is the key. It's funny, my wrists are skinny, my fingers are chubby little things. Anyway, number 12, moving on. 30-piece strand, and mine does have 30. 7 millimeter English cut, half matte crystal beads in slate vitrail. So they're half matte, half shiny. This is vitrail here. So the color is similar, but these are definitely not matte at all. So you can see the colors are similar, right? You can see the blues and greens and things in both of them. So this is number 7 and this is number 12. Pretty. Love them. Gorgeous. Okay, number 13. Approximately 4-inch mini strand, natural apatite nugget beads. I think I got apatite in something else this month. Interesting. Or was that? No, that was a different. Okay, anyway, doesn't matter. Mine has, excuse me, about 20 beads on it, but might have been 21, and I didn't count one of them. I think it was this one because the hole's kind of weird and it's sort of fallen off. They are tiny. They're pebble beads, but they'll be pretty in projects for sure. I love apatite. And you don't get that in large sizes anymore. Well, I don't know if you ever did. Obviously, these beads are bead quality and not gemstone quality. Gem quality, not gem quality. Now, these are some large, organic-looking toggle clasps. 2 pieces, 25 by 36 millimeter. Yeah, heavy-duty toggle clasp. And I would use a heavy-duty with this because this is, it's not as weighty as I thought, but it's actually, these are just as weighty as that by the time you get that bar in there. I think I'd like these. Well, never mind. I'll see what I come up with them. Okay, I'm not going to take these out. This is a bag of eye pins. I did not count them. It's 10 grams, 45 millimeter. And 45 millimeter is probably about 1.75 inches. Let me see. Because 50 millimeter is about 2 inches and 40 millimeter is about 1.5. So I'm guessing 1.75 inches. Let me just take my ruler here and see. From there to there. Oh, I guess if I go from the very top of it, yeah, 1.75 inches is what that means. I don't know how many, and it looks like maybe 25 or 30 or 40, something like that. Now this next one, to be honest with you, I'm not crazy about. It's okay, but this one has a big chip in it. This one is indented, and these are called 3-piece set, excuse me, electroplated quartz crystal rough point pendants. And I like this one. It's rough on the top. A lot of times people put like a bead cap thing on top of them. Um, I would not probably sell either of these other two because of the dents and scratches and stuff in them. This one I would. This one here I definitely would. And it has sort of an iridescence to it also. Um, it says electroplated. That's what it is. It is. It does have a finish on it. And that one there, I don't know if you can see that, is really pretty. Well, they all have that finish, but that one really um, picks up the light like that, and you see different colors. So I will probably use that one only. Okay, and then number 17, the last one, is also apatite, just like these little nugget beads. But these are the chip beads, and it's a 10.5, approximately 10.5 inch strand. So again, I don't count them. I just say, okay, inch, inch. So, and if I use it all in one piece, I can just say 10.5 inch. There you go. These are going to have very small holes, and so will these. It's kind of misleading because you say, oh, well, that thread is going through, and then when you go to bead it or wire it, you can't get the wire through. You have to use really thin wire or beading wire. And same with these. These are going to be even more difficult. Sometimes it's misleading, but they can't put very big holes in these because they're not very big to begin with. Okay, so my big announcement is this is my last bargain bead box for a while. I have a whole bin on my jewelry table that I either have partially used them in other collabs and stuff, or I haven't even opened them since I did the unboxing video. And there may have been a couple months I didn't even bother with the unboxing video. I just wanted to come on and show you this month. I do plan on using it. I planned on using last month. I just never got to it. And I have so many beads in my business inventory. I also have some in a personal stash. I've been working through a little bit when I use these kind of things. So I really don't need to purchase anything except closed jump rings in gold and in copper. And maybe another color, I forget. But yeah, I mean some basic stuff. But I don't need beads. I have so many beads, and in my lifetime I'll never get through them all. So anyway, I'm not going to go away on the channel though. I'm still going to do Potomac beads unboxing. Excuse me one sec. And I'm still going to do all the collabs that I'm in, but my hope is that I can just bring you jewelry that I'm making from stuff in my stash, and then you can make something similar with things you have in your stash, or you can buy the boxes and you know, that's up to you. Everybody's at a different place in their jewelry making journey, both from products that you have and also from skill level, right? And I don't profess to be an expert. I'd say I'm kind of intermediate level, but I get by. Anyway, yeah, like I'm not a jeweler because I've done a little bit of soldering, and I love doing torch enameling, but I haven't done it in about 5 or 6 years, so I used to love doing it. I'd love to get back into that, but I only have about 3 months out of the year I can do it because I have to do it out on my patio, my enclosed patio with the windows all open. I don't have enough ventilation, and there's too much stuff in this room to be able to do it safely in my regular jewelry studio. So anyway, that's my announcement. This is the last unboxing you'll see from me. Now, I didn't cancel it. I skipped. I was on a 6-month renewal, and it was up for renewal in May, and I postponed it till it'll be November. So I'll reevaluate and see what happens in November as to whether I want to rejoin or cancel. So you may be seeing videos, what I'm trying to tell you, of me making products with older bargain bead boxes instead of whatever the most current one is. And I hope that's okay with you. Let me know in the comments if that upsets you, or you don't care, or you like that better, or yeah, just let me know your opinions. Talk to me. I want to hear what you have to say, okay? All right, everyone. I hope you're having a great May. For those that were um, celebrated Mother's Day, I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. My daughter and son and my grandchildren took me to a pottery place that had a special thing. So we all made some pottery. We made little lotus flower bowls, but we won't have them for about 3 weeks, and we'll see how they turned out. I'm a little worried about mine because my inner petals, two of them got cracked, and I had to squish them back down in. So after I painted them, so we'll see. And I don't know if I have the glaze on good. I'm not good at that kind of thing. But it was fun. We had a good time. We took too long, but we had a good time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you also had fun enjoying your family or friends, or just having a peaceful day at home. Sometimes, I know when I was working full-time, more than full time. I preferred staycations because I traveled a lot for work, and I really didn't want to go anywhere when I was home. So there's a little history about me. All right, everyone, take care, and I will talk to you again very soon. Come back on the 18th for the Jewelry Making Fun collaboration and see what colors and options we have this month. All right, bye for now. Take care.